Hi everyone, I'm Markomacs and this is the AEW Dynamite Preview show. Jumping straight in, I just want to have a quick discussion about the match between Ortiz and Jon Moxley. They came off a pretty good and explosive ending to last week's episode with Jon Moxley running in, making the save. Not entirely sure if Darby Allin is going to play a role in this match tonight, since the Inner Circle is likely to be at ringside for this one. I would assume that Jon Moxley would get the win here. He's got to build some momentum as we're moving into the match between Jericho at Revolution. Again, no guarantees that he is going to win, because you know what it's like with Dynamite. If there's some chicanery involved and Jericho in some way can cost Moxley his first official singles loss moving into that match, then there is a dynamic that we could have there with that storyline. I really like that Moxley is continuing to sell the old eye patch. That's a pretty good... I mean, he's even doing this. I think he was doing it in Japan. Was he in Japan recently? And he was still selling the eye patch. So I'm pretty stoked that he's sticking to the old character there. But again, I see a Moxley win here. I've got absolutely no reason why Ortiz should win this match. These guys, you know, he's part of a tag team, so you'd expect them to get some momentum from the tag team division. I don't see any reason why they should put Ortiz over Mox. He should win this match, take him out. I'd like to see Ortiz taken out completely, so and then Moxley can start to work his way through each member of the Inner Circle, so that when we get to the match at Revolution, it's just Jon Moxley versus Chris Jericho. He's got no one there to help him. Maybe Big Hurt would appear at the end or something, or maybe a debut. We've got some debuts coming up. There's some guys out there whose contracts are expiring, or there's maybe some indie talent out there that the AEW guys are trying to sign up. Who knows? Jericho's done a great job at forming the Inner Circle, bringing in Sammy G, bringing in Ortana and Ortiz. Who knows what's going to happen at Revolution, but I'm very excited for that match, and I'm very excited about tonight to see where this goes. Next up is the 10 lashings that Cody Rhodes has to receive from MJF. Now, I'm not entirely convinced that MJF is going to do all these lashings, because if you think about it, Wardlow is a big dude. He is well built, and it's only logical that he'd be able to put a lot more stink on those lashings than MJF would. So maybe they do 5 and 5. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think the stipulation might be that MJF has to do it, but you never know with these situations. You never know with MJF. You never know what he's got cooking, what he's thinking, what he's planning, what he's scheming. But I do expect this to be something pretty brutal. They've been selling it really well on TV and in the vignettes, all about... Oh, in fact, Arn Anderson, he was doing a sit-down interview for the road, the build-up, the road to this episode, and he's talking about the flesh coming off the back, the bleeding, the scarring. They are really, really looking to just take this up a notch. Cody's already scarred. He's got the scar on his face from his previous match, or MJF threw in the towel. So they're really looking to play on the whole Cody Rhodes is battered up, he's scarred up, and then he's going to move into his match with MJF, and his whole purpose, his whole intent for that match will be for MJF to leave with a scar of his own, regardless of what that be. And then you've got to think about, they've got the cage match coming up. So you've got the cage match with Wardlow. Again, Cody Rhodes is obviously going to win this match, because the match with MJF, it has to happen. So it's going to happen. So it's all coming down to, how do we get there? What story are we going to build on the way? And I think with the cage match coming up and these lashings, I see absolutely no reason why Wardlow can't get involved and maybe dish out a few of these lashings himself. So I'm looking forward to this segment. It might be pretty brutal, but again, let's just see how it goes. And I expect Cody to come out worse for wear. Arn Anderson, maybe old Arn will get involved. I could see him getting physical. Arn Anderson, getting in there, maybe getting in Wardlow's face, maybe even striking MJF, because Cody can't lay a finger on him. But Arn Anderson, come on, man. Double A, he can do what he likes. I want to see a couple of spine busters tonight. But MJF is going to come out of this looking strong leading into that match. Britt Baker versus Takazaki. This has to be a win for Britt Baker. It just has to be. Our heel turn has been going really well. I'm really enjoying what they're doing with Britt Baker's character. When she did her first official heel turn was when we were on the Jericho Cruise, which I was on. And you could tell it was difficult for her because she was really having to plug the heel turn. She was taking digs at Shivani, the old Starbucks digs, the old barista, insults. But it's very windy on that ship. It's very windy. You've got a crazy crowd there. So it's pretty difficult to try and get across all your points when you've got all these different elements going on. You've got the hardcore crowd. You've got the water spraying in from the sea. There's all sorts of different variables. But when she came out on Dynamite, the following week, last week, she absolutely nailed it. It was like a pipe bomb. She dropped her own pipe bomb. She was taking digs at Shivani again, but then she was going straight to JR. How he can't pronounce people's names right. I mean, Matthew Jacob Friedman. I think he did it immediately after she'd said that. I think that was the match after, and they got a name wrong straight away. Part of me is almost thinking he's doing it intentionally, but he's probably not. But this match tonight, I think, it's part of the Joshi girls and them trying to, debut their talents and how they perform in that Japanese style. I do love it. I think it's really good, but I can just see Britt Baker taking this to the next level. I can see her doing some really hard heel tactics, not letting go of the mandible claw. Someone's going to run out. She'll have the mandible claw in there, that lockjaw, and someone's got to come out and make the save. I'm not entirely sure who it's going to be. There's plenty of ladies out there to choose from, but I think whoever it is, it's really going to set up a sort of next big feud with Britt Baker. It's probably going to be Riho. You would think it would be Riho, but as we know, Riho, well, is she going to be there? Is she not going to be there? She is conspicuous by her absence a lot. But what can you do, huh? You need to put the belt, get the strap on someone who's going to be there week in, week out. Personally, I'd rather it be Nyla Rose. I'd like to see Nyla Rose have the strap and continue this table feud. Like you see the Dudley boys? They're out, they're breaking wood. I want Nyla Rose to be that person. I want Nyla Rose to be the person who comes out and she is smashing people through tables like that Dudley boys feel. As soon as you see her, halfway through the match, we're going to start chanting for the tables, and she pulls them out. But again, that's more character development. That's a lot of things you see on Dark that hasn't quite transpired and made its way onto Dynamite. They show the clips beforehand of what's happening on Dark, but you want to see those storylines and the consistency carried over. So for this one, my money's on Britt Baker. Lockjaw. Sakazaki's going to get the lockjaw on. She's going to tap out. Britt is not going to let go, and someone's coming down to make that save. Probably Riho. That bastard Pac. What is Pac going to do this week? He came off a absolutely outstanding, high quality, well produced promo last week, which I thought was outstanding. I absolutely loved it. There have been some complaints that it was overproduced. Obviously, that's from Jim Cornette, who complains about everything. I thought it was spot on, right on the money. And this week, he's going to come out and he really has to do a number on someone. It can't be Nakazawa again. It can't be old Naka. He's done him in twice. We need to do something different here. He has to get his hands on Kenny. Now, that tag match I want to talk about in just a minute. There is a great opportunity here for Pac to get involved in that match and cost the Hangman and Omega the pin. If they can cost them the pinfall, then that could cause some conflict between them and the Young Bucks, which sort of plays on the Hangman, trying to do his own thing, trying to distance himself from the Elite. We can play on that a little bit. And then we've got the whole dynamic of the Butcher, the Bunny, and the Blade. I love this team. I love the trio. I love the promo last week. I love everything about them. I love the music. I love the style. But what I want to see is these guys get over. They have to look strong. They've been buried so far. I just feel like they keep burying this team. I want to see them get over. But with regards to this right here, Pac, I can see him getting involved in the match. I can see him doing some heavy damage and causing Omega to lose. In fact, he might even do it before the match starts. He could jump him backstage. He could do something to him so that it's just the Young Bucks and Hangman. Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? But I am really excited for this. And this has to be the main event. Has to be the main event. And it is going to go off like an absolute bang. The Butcher, the Bunny, and the Blade. I love this trio. I love this team. I love everything about them. I love the look. I love the mask. I love the monocle. I love the the beefiness. I love how strong they are. I love how dominant they look. I love the way that Ali's done a great role at being the bunny. I think everything is just a perfect little package. But what they're missing out on is getting some proper heat, getting these heels over, building them up, making them dominant. I feel like they've been buried every single week. They have to look strong. They're taking diamond cutters. They're getting finishers done to them. Hangman's coming in and giving the buckshot lariat to the Blade. The Butcher's getting taken down by Kenny Omega. We need to build these guys up. And I can feel it building into what I'd said before. If Pac can take out Omega, and then it leaves the three of them, and again, it's not really making them look that strong if it's like a 4-on-3, because we've got the Lucha Brothers in there who are absolutely going to nail it. The Lucha Brothers and the Young Bucks, they're going to do all the high flying, all the flippy stuff that we see. They're going to be on point as they always are because they've got such great chemistry. But then you've got the dynamic of the Butcher and the Blade, where they're not high flyers, they're more grounded, they're more solid, they're going to put beatdowns on folk. I can see them singling out the Hangman. This, for me, is an opportunity to take the criticisms that I'm given and other folk about not building up the Butcher, the Bunny and the Blade, and have them win, have them beat Hangman, and then automatically have your Schiavone, have your Jim Ross get across on commentary that with that pin on the tag team champions, then that should build them up for a tag team championship match. They wouldn't get it straight away, but then they can start to build that momentum. They can start to get wins. They can start to beat other teams. Again, I'm not throwing away the whole dynamic of throwing in the Lucha Brothers. The Lucha Brothers are probably one of the, in fact, they might be the best tag team in the world. The Young Bucks, I love the Young Bucks, but I did love the Lucha Brothers and just the way they work together, the chemistry that they've got, their Zero, Miedo, everything about them is really cool. I love the Lucha style, I love the masks, the face paint, everything about them. They're different, even though they're fast-paced guys, they've still got different styles. Because Ray Phoenix is the smaller one, so there's a little bit of a dynamic there as well. But I really want to see Butcher and the Blade get over. I want the Bunny involved as well. The Bunny has to be involved as well. She has to get her licks in. She has to get, prove her worth across. That promo last week in the Butchers, some people are saying, well, that was a bit overproduced, a little bit crazy. I absolutely loved it, and that's exactly what I want to see. I like over-the-top type characters in tag teams. I want them to come out. I want that riff to kick in. I want them to kick ass, and I really want it to build into the dynamic in this story with Adam Page. And is he going to turn an Elite? Is he not? I don't see him turning. I see him being a sort of, that tweener. He acts heelish, but the fans still cheer for him. If you pull the trigger and make Adam Page heel, it's going to backfire. And the fans are still going to cheer for him anyway. A bit like an anti-hero, like Stone Cold Steve Austin. But I don't want him to be an anti-hero. I want him just to be his own guy. The cowboy shit. He's a lone guy. He gets involved when he has to get involved. He doesn't need the Elite as his posse. Let's get the Butcher and the Blade involved in that story. Let's see them flesh that out, and let's see what we can do. Let's see a mystery angle where perhaps another envelope goes to the Butcher and the Blade. And it's maybe to take out the Young Bucks again. Who knows? Maybe you can get involved with Cody. And you're thinking, oh, it's MJF. Oh, maybe it's old Hangman Adam Page. Don't believe Page is joining the Dark Order. And again, what's going to happen with the Dark Order tonight? Are we going to see some Dark Order? We need a video from Evil Uno. We need to keep building on this Exalted one. Whether it's going to be Marty somehow, whether it's going to be Brody Lee, or it's going to be Raven, all these names we're getting flung around, Matt Hardy, who knows, Christopher Daniels, I'm hoping it's Christopher Daniels, and that's what we need to do tonight. Let's build into this story with the Dark Order, and is Daniels in there or not? If you watched Being the Elite this week, you would have seen that Kaz found the mask. He found the mask, him and Scorpio Sky found the mask in CD's suitcase. Again, I know this is on BTE, and it's people complain that it's not built into the main storylines and things, but it's a really nice touch. And I think it was old Rick Knox that was fumbling around in the background like he was looking for something. I think old Knoxy Boy was looking for the mask. I think the mask was in Daniel's case because Rick Knox had misplaced it, and he's going to be like a Nick Patrick type character. He's going to be an evil referee. He's going to somehow screw someone over, and you're going to be like, what the fuck just happened there? And then whoop, on goes the mask, and he's like, I'm in the Dark Order, baby. And maybe CD is as well. I don't know. All Elite Wrestling have been so good at building storylines, at keeping people guessing about what's going on. Even with the Dark Order, as funny as it was, they had the tennis racket. Obviously, it was an insult to Jim Cornette, but some fans are like, oh, is Jim Cornette the Exalted? No, Jim Cornette's not the Exalted one. But it's funny, just, you know, those little things that they do, those little teasers, when they mention Nevermore, folk were like, oh, the Exalted one. Is it Raven? Who knows? We're all guessing at this point, but I want to see some Dark Order action because I'm a big fan of the Dark Order. A lot of people don't like them, but I absolutely love the Dark Order. I can't help it. Big Ministry of Darkness guy. I love The Undertaker and Ministry of Darkness, so I'm really excited for the show tonight. Well, tomorrow night, since it's Tuesday. I'm really excited. I stay up late in the UK and Scotland. I stay up late to 3 AM every week to watch it. You're kind of half asleep, trying to remember what's going on, but I am really excited for this show, and I think it's going to be an absolute barn burner. Last week's show was a little bit of a sort of a filler. Things were calming down a little bit as we're getting closer to Revolution, and I think tonight, with all the storylines that we've got going on, all the different dynamics, it's going to be an absolute killer episode, and it has the potential to be the best Dynamite yet. And that is my 2 cents on the situation. So, I hope you've enjoyed this little AEW All Elite Wrestling Fans preview of the Dynamite episode that's going up the 5th of March. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, please continue to watch and look out for more as I do these every week. And I'll do a review show of Dynamite as well. And let's just see, I might do a little counter to see how many of my predictions I got right. I'm thinking I'm going to get quite a few. Until next time, adios amigos.